Hello everyone, Rexlent here. In this simple video, I'll be breaking down the movesets of the co-op bosses Osiris and Sister. Of course, being a co-op battle, your teammates and ping also matter, of which are out of my control. I have taken the liberty to solo them so you could clearly see their moves that you wouldn't be able to amidst the chaos in a full co-op fight, so let's get straight into it, starting with Osiris. Fortunately, co-op mode's Osiris has only 4 moves. This is his melee move, a 3-hit staff combo followed by a homing AoE on every player's current location. It starts with 2 forward sweeps and then a 360, and immediately followed by the AoE. Osiris will be doing this for most of the fight, so all you need to remember is dodge the 3rd sweep and the homing AoE when you're not in front of him. This is his range attack. Osiris only does this when you're too far away, but generally you won't really see this move in a co-op fight, since your team members should already be engaging him at melee. One other thing to note is that Osiris will always continue from where he last left off for his melee combo if it decides to perform a different move in the midst of it. For example, in this instance, he was performing his first sequence, so once my character goes back to him, he'll resume his combo with the second sequence. It's not easy to keep track of this in a usual co-op fight, but it does help with dodging the AoEs when you are. And that concludes his basic attacks. When Osiris points his staff in a direction, he'll place an Eye of Punishment, which charges up and starts firing a continuous rotating beam. These can be destroyed in earlier difficulties, but they get so much HP later on that it's just easier to rush Osiris and defeat him as soon as possible. When Osiris twirls his staff and slams it on the ground, he'll summon a set of sand twisters around the map which pulls you in its vicinity, so the middle is always safe. Therefore, the best way to deal with Osiris is once again just rush him in the middle and watch out for the Eye of Punishment beams and his 3rd combo homing AoEs. And that concludes the Osiris guide. Pretty simple with only 4 moves, just have all team members engage him at melee so everyone can receive healing and just watch out for incoming attacks. And now let us move on to the Sister guide. Sister is pretty similar to Osiris as far as their strategies go. You'll want to engage her at melee as well, and also watch out for homing AoEs on every player's locations. Sister has a total of 6 moves, and let's get straight to it. As soon as the battle begins, Sister will always start with a beam attack at a random player, so be sure to anticipate it and dodge. She can perform this attack at any range throughout the battle. Immediately after that, she'll drop AoEs on every player's location just like Osiris, so anticipate and dodge that as well. All players should start closing the distance and engage her at melee after this. The telegraph is fairly quick, so try to avoid clustering with one another as the stack AoE does a lot of damage. This hand gesture signifies that Sister is about to summon the Martyr Mob, which follows the player around and constantly does damage around it. So make sure to stay close to her so that everyone can kill it as soon as possible while also dealing damage to her. And this is her 3-hit melee combo attack. Nothing too fancy, the 3rd hit has a slight knockback. When Sister starts charging, she's about to perform Apocrypha, which is a large AoE attack. The timing to dodge is about 3 seconds from the start of the charging animation. And finally, when her health reaches a certain threshold, she'll fly to the middle of the arena and begin channeling her evangelism move. AoEs will drop on every player's location every 3 to 5 seconds or so, and the safe area is around her vicinity, so all players should immediately regroup on her and start bursting her down to stop the attack. And that concludes the guides for these two co-op bosses. The moves and timings are fairly simple, and I understand that ping is the largest factor in these fights, so for what it's worth, I hope the breakdown of the movesets could help you in knowing the fight a little bit more. Essential links are in the description below, and consider leaving a like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.